So I know that a lot of women, there's, a lot of things that are happening in this particular transition, in kind of in the messy middle, I like to call the midlife transition. And regulating our nervous system seems to be a bit more challenging. It feels like we just have a lot of things that are up in the air that we are juggling, and hormones are shifting, everything is up for review. But I find that our stress response system seems to be a lot more activated.
At this point in life, it's more important now than ever to put focus on self-regulation, regulating the nervous system because of everything that you just said. Because hormones are changing, life is changing, goals are changing, desires are changing, the body's changing, the mind's changing, everything's changing. And for a lot of people, it feels even more rapid and scary than before. And so if you have not prioritized nervous system regulation, now is absolutely the best time because your life will improve dramatically. So for the past decade plus, I've been mostly working with women 50 and older. These are women who primarily are dealing with chronic diseases like cancer, heart disease, diabetes, and so forth. And they're going through all the same situations. Life changes, hormone changes had happened years prior, but still dealing with a lot of these stressors, anxiety, the stress of life, and then the stress of a chronic disease diagnosis like cancer. And when you are dealing with any chronic physical condition or stress, anxiety, fear, worry, or hormonal shifts in your life, your body goes into very often a fight or flight response. Your hormones can go out of whack. You can be releasing too much cortisol, which is going to contribute to excessive weight gain, extra fat storage on the body. It's going to contribute to feelings of depressiveness and sadness and loneliness. It's going to contribute to reduction in immune system response. It's going to contribute to chronic inflammation. And it's not just cortisol, it's a whole cocktail of hormones that get released and suppressed in the body when we're dealing with this kind of change in life that you're talking about. And number two is just dealing with the stresses of being alive in today's modern world. We all have stress that we're dealing with. We all have challenges that we're facing. We all have situations that we have to find solutions to. And the problem is when we're faced with a challenge in life and we don't know how to regulate our own nervous system, we don't know how to control this monkey mind, then something that actually could be easily solved peacefully becomes the biggest chaotic experience of our life. And we've all been through that, right? Something so small, maybe in a relationship, you've had this in a relationship and you just blow up over seemingly nothing, right? They didn't put the forks away properly or whatever it was,
How dare you?
Yeah, right? How dare you not wash that glass full? You left a thumbprint on there. I can't, yeah, right? And it's not that thing, clearly, because that has nothing to do with the quality of life. That's really not the thing. It's all that underlying pent up energy that has built up that we haven't allowed to release out of the system. And then it's just something that triggers us, something that triggers us and then we explode. Well, the problem is we tend to experience that on a consistent basis on like a low grade flame that's burning inside you. And now physically, so that's emotionally, but physically what's happening is you do have that flame that's burning inside you because it's contributing to chronic inflammation, it's contributing to gut deterioration and gut damage, is contributing to mitochondrial damage, and then allows this perfect environment for cancer to show up, which is why, working with cancer patients, we see every other chronic ailment under the sun. Neurodegenerative disease, chronic inflammatory bowel conditions, we see autoimmune diseases, we see diabetes, we see all these other diseases that show up along with or pre-cancer or along with cancer or post-cancer, because they are all branches of the same tree. We think, cancer is this thing that people get over here when they're older or runs in the family or whatever. But no, that's not how cancer works. In fact, there's a profound study that was done in Nature that says upwards of 95% of cancer is actually diet and lifestyle, not genetics. And when you look at diabetes, you look at heart disease, you look at other chronic inflammatory conditions, these are diseases that people are getting at skyrocket rates today, more than we've ever seen in human history. And yet they are all branches of the same tree, and the roots are the same causes of the same diseases. And so when we address those roots, those causes, then we don't have to worry about those conditions so much. And the beautiful thing is nervous system regulation, meditation, breath work, Qigong, energy work, relaxation techniques, yoga, all these different kinds of things that bring our nervous system into homeostasis, into balance, allows our body to do what it was designed to do, which is regulate its own hormones and heal itself.